Hey Fiver fans, how are you doing today? It's your boy Troy back with another episode of fishing in Central Florida. Now today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I've normally been doing, because today I am going to do a 6-month re-review of the Ozark Trail Baitcaster reel right here. Now, 6 months ago, I bought the combo, the rod and the reel. But some devastating news has happened in those 6 months. As you can see, I am currently in my backyard-ish. Call it a backyard. I'm at my apartment. I'm not at a pond. I'm hoping the weather holds off because it's looking pretty gray over there. So, to start it off, this is now DOA. It is dead. It is no good. 6 months later, it really happened about 5 months into it, but it's been sitting for a month. No good. So basically what happened is, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, about 2 months after having this combo, I had to take it back to Walmart. I replaced it with another one that they happened to have on the shelf and used it for another couple months until this one eventually went bad. And I really think it was the same issue I had the first time, but they are no longer in stock for me to do that. So I couldn't even find these if I wanted to. And here's the main thing that I'm finding out is problematic with it. Okay, so if you have a bait caster, this you probably can't even see on this thing, but this funny looking little thing with the grooves in it, okay, that's actually called the worm gear, okay? And so you have this little pin that's underneath this cap here that goes into the worm gear, and it makes your spool, your line, this little circular thing, it goes back and forth when you reel it, okay? And of course, this is working pretty good right now, okay? And it works pretty good when you go slower, but if you really give it some action, the worm gear is kind of stripped out, and that pin that goes into it snags a lot. So if I'm working something quick like a crankbait, it gets snagged pretty easily, and then the line doesn't move back and forth. And I was noticing on my reel, or on my spool, it was all bunching up on one side, and it wasn't distributing it across my reel at all. So I can sit here and do this a couple times and it might work, but I can just hear it there, and it will catch, and you can feel it catch. So it will eventually go, and you feel real tight, and you're like almost breaking it is what it seems like. So I really think that's what happened the first time I had this, and I took it back, so I really didn't get that far into it. Now I actually see right now it is really, I can barely even do it, and then it pulls out. It's still right there, and it's still right there, and you can see it wasn't moving, and now it kicked back out and did it, but it will do that over and over again. I did actually disassemble this whole thing, and I took this cap off to actually put the needle in the seat better, and I thought that was the problem, and I thought this cap was loosening, so I actually glued it down tight, but that didn't fix the problem. I can actually see a really nice thick groove in the worm gear itself where that needle apparently keeps slipping. So honestly, I probably could find the part, and I probably could replace it, but the combo was $35. So going back, when I first bought this was my first bait casting combo that I've ever owned. I did own a previous bait caster that was given to me, but it was not the right setup. So using it, I didn't have a whole lot of expectations, and I didn't have a whole lot of experience. So when I first reviewed it, it's definitely, I still fall back on the fact that it was only $35 for the rod and the reel setup it was not a bad price point, okay, and I didn't think it was that bad. You also have to understand that I'm in Florida and I fish almost on a daily basis. So if somebody buys this and they only might go out on the weekends, or they might only fish once or twice a month, or even maybe only a couple times a year, this could potentially last them a long time. But me, I was almost using this on a daily basis, at least maybe a dozen or two casts, taking multiple rods with multiple setups. So I was using this really frequently. So the longevity of it just wasn't there. So I still, like I said, hold my stance that for $35 to go buy this, if you can. It's really hard to come by anymore. I don't know where you can buy it. I've looked at a lot of different areas. Now the rod itself is still doing really good. I actually got a replacement reel, not this reel, but I got a Cast King Royal Legend GT that only cost me $30 on Amazon. And I've been using that for about a month at this point, and honestly, I'm really liking that reel. It does, in my opinion, exceed this Ozark Trail. It feels, just overall quality feels better, higher quality, and it's doing really good. Now, after 6 months, we'll see how it does too. But I've also had two more higher end combos. I've had the Lose Smash, Mach Smash, and I've also currently have the Lose Mach 1 combo. And those, now that I've been into them more, I can totally tell a bigger difference in the quality between the Ozark Trail and, just say, like I said, the Cast King and the Lose. The Lose is my ultimate favorite. Unfortunately, the Mach Smash, I did have to return that to the store too, because the rod actually broke not long having it, and that's why I got the Mach 1, because that's what I replaced it with, and that's going really good. I really like the dual braking system on the Mach 1 compared to just the magnetic that I had on here, so I can definitely see a large difference now going back on it later. Things I would probably change on this is that, you know, the spool tension knob, I'm really like a click guy. I know that could probably just be personal preference. You know, like my Lose and even the Cast King all has click tensioner, so you know exactly where you're at. I feel like once you get to a certain point on this, it just gets too loose, and I'm almost afraid this knob is going to fall off. I was never really able to get this too low on the magnetic brake side. I would always have to have this around like 7 or 8, and then so I never felt like I could get a ton of distance on this. I did like the click drag on this. That was nice. I just like the clicky things, just so I know where I'm at. So I might have to go 1, 2. I know where it's at. There's no guesswork. I think that's the thing. Like, I don't like to guess where I'm at. So, and I feel the click just holds it in better. Like, you know it's in. It's like, boom, it's in there. Whereas in the without the click, I feel like it could, like one little bump, and I could make it higher or lower, and I not even know it happened. To where click, you know, oh, I bumped that. Let me put it back. Overall, I still don't hate it. I just wish it would have lasted me longer. That's the main thing. I just wanted to last longer, and maybe I just have too much benefit of the doubt that it should have lasted me longer than 5 months. Even though I fish a lot, but I feel like there's people that fish a lot more than I do. Because when I say I fish every day, I mean I might go out only for 15 minutes and have maybe 20 to 30 casts in. But that's a lot more than some other people. So I guess it's all relative on what your style is. But overall, I still like it. I just wish it would have lasted longer. My first original video got a good bit of attention. I have a couple thousand views on it. I have a lot of people asking me questions. If you want to ask me more questions, put them in the comments down below, and I can try to answer. I'm going to actually hang on to this. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm obviously not using it because it messes up. I try to fix it and throw it out, and it just kept messing up. So I have it. I don't plan on using it, but, you know, put something in the comments, you know, let me know, and I can try to answer it for you. I got some other stuff in the works. I've recently got some new stuff that's really cool that I'm going to try to bring out on some of my other videos. But all in all, I'm sad. I'm sad it didn't work out. I really like the Ozark Trail brand in general when it comes to like tumblers, camping gear. I actually recently, this summer, I mean, their hammer hog lures, soft plastic lures, have been crushing it for me fishing wise. Like, I can't even get like the bandito bugs to catch much, but like the hammer hog, it is getting the job done. I mean, it's caught some decent fish in this summer heat. So I'm just ultimately sad it didn't go better. Like I said, it's a budget combo. You know, it's almost like going out and getting a Zebco for $9.99 and just hoping it's gonna kick it, and it just died. It just didn't have any more. It did good. Its life served its purpose, but at least I have the rod that I work. You know, it's great. I have pulled in 4-pounders, 5-pounders, and it's in heavy weeds too, and it's doing a really good job. So if anything, the rod alone would be worth the $30 that I paid for it, you know. So like I said, it's just sad. But anyways, I hope you like this. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know. It's a little bit shorter of a video. So like I said, put in comments if you want to see something, have any questions on this specific reel itself, or if you just want to see other kind of content, let me know. But I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Push that notification button so you can stay up to date on all the latest content that I'm going to pump out your way. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I am actually planning on traveling later this week up north and trying to get some smallie action on in my hometown. I'm going to be there for a week, so that'll be fun. I actually did get a travel setup that I'm going to be showing on those videos as well, that I think it's going to be pretty neat. I'm pretty pumped about it as well. So anyways, I probably should play taps to this reel because it's donezo. I mean, I'm not going to be using it anymore, so maybe I'll end and play the taps as we fade away. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode.